This was the scene inside Turkey's parliament during early discussions of one of the most controversial bills in recent years. The man jumping over the table is from the pro-Kurdish HDP. He and his party are angry at the proposed bill to lift immunity from prosecution from MPs. The bill was put forward by the ruling AK party and the ultranationalist MHP. Both say pro-Kurdish MPs are using parliamentary immunity to support and even carry out acts of terrorism. It's a claim the HDP denies. It accuses the government of tabling the bill to empty parliament of pro-Kurdish voices.
This is an attack on us. The immunity bill is targeting the HDP because we're getting stronger. After the elections, we saw that Turkey was on the road to a real democracy, which included everyone. The HDP is supported by millions of voters, and that's why it's seen as an obstacle to the ruling party.
Since peace talks between the government and the armed Kurdish separatist group the PKK broke down in August last year, Turkey has seen more violence and a string of bombings. Several attacks have targeted the capital Ankara, killing almost 200 people. Many of the attacks have been blamed on Kurdish separatists. And although the government says it wants immunity to be lifted in order to prosecute MPs linked to so-called terrorist activity, it says any MP who's accused of committing any sort of crime should also be investigated. Turkish politics is witnessing one of the most turbulent and divisive times in recent years. Critics of the government say the attempt to lift immunity from members of parliament is nothing more than an attempt to silence opposition MPs. But the ruling AK party points to the fact that 25 of its own members face lawsuits, and lifting immunity shows that nobody is above the law. It's a step, they say, that furthers Turkish democracy. Ayhan Ustun is an AKP parliamentarian who's facing criminal charges himself.
If we wanted to target HDP MPs, we could have, but we didn't. Instead, this bill applies to all MPs, including AKP, CHP, MHP and the HDP. If we wanted, we could have limited the bill to terrorism cases and the people would have supported us.
Even if the bill does pass, the reasons behind the rise in violence still exist. Combating those will need a lot more work.